All right, head coach Ryan Odom is here. Coach, opening statement and then questions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was very impressed with Georgetown and their play tonight. They've done a great job in a very short amount of time with obviously having some guys now no longer be with the team. The guys that are with the team are with the team, and they're playing extremely well together. That's evident. Coach has done a great job. Coach Ewing has of getting them to play the game the right way. Our goal today was to not allow the threes to beat us. And if you had told me at the end of the game they made 5 threes, I would have said maybe we got a chance to at least be in it. Because the games where they've gone to 10, 11, above 10. They got 14 against one team recently. They've kind of run away with games. And I felt like that was a key for us, was just not letting them get them off. And obviously, clearly, they had a clear focus of dominating the paint and throwing it inside and getting it in there pretty much every play. And, we got in foul trouble a little bit there at the beginning. We subbed our second big in there. He got 2 quick fouls, so I had to play him with 2. But, 44, I mean, Yurt 7 he's a load down there. He's really skilled. Doesn't matter how far you push him away from the basket, he's still got the ability to score around there. They're tough on the offensive glass. They're playing good ball together on the offensive end, and they're digging in on defense too. They made it hard for us early in the game, to get off clean looks. We turned it over a little bit too much there at the beginning of the game. I think we had 8 turnovers, going into that, midway through that half. We did a little bit better, at the end of the half, and then the second half to only end up with 40. We were headed 14. We were headed towards a 20 turnover game, which clearly would not have been a good thing for us. In games like that, you have to, kind of take the good with the bad. I think there's going to be some moments where we'll be able to show our players, hey, this is how it should look. This is how we want our team to look on this play. The ball was moving. All right, we dropped it off. A guy gets a layup. Those are things. Defensively, we battled inside, and then all of a sudden we contest a shot and we get it over the back. But those plays were few and far between. I think they're really good. The question, obviously, for both of us is, how much better can we get? Certainly, we're not anywhere near where we need to be right now, so we've got to continue to work and practice and try to improve. And once our guys finish exams, this week, they'll have basically a month off from school, where we'll be able to really focus on improving our team. I'll take any questions here that you have.
Coach, what did you see in film study that drove you to double 44 on the move, make it a little bit harder for him to get that shot off?
Yeah, I mean, he's just really skilled. He's obviously a really good passer. They do a good job of spreading shooters kind of around him, and so it makes it really, really hard. I mean, you saw a couple of times we were encouraging our guys to really get in there and help, and then they were skipping it all the way across the court, and now you're running at a guy that's really athletic and can attack you off the dribble. And that's a tough thing when you have a balanced offensive attack, when you're able to score inside and out. Certainly they're good in transition. That's really tough. We encouraged our big guys to be like boxers. We didn't want him to be able to attack our bodies and lock in on our bodies. We wanted him to try to continually find us. Obviously he found us enough in that particular game.
You guys have struggled with injuries. I mean, how difficult is that from a coaching perspective?
It makes it tough, but we had injuries last year, as well, and we had season-ending injuries. And, we certainly don't, it's a part of the game. We don't make any excuses. We just use the time that we have together to try to improve and get better. And certainly we're in the preseason right now. I know the non-conference is kind of coming to a close here. So it's hurt us a little bit. Like RJ, that's only his second game back. He played against Coppin the other night, and he played today. And so you saw a little bit of rust. He was playing against some really good players though out there on the perimeter. And I can't say enough about, obviously a lot of folks talk about McClung. McClung's great. He's a really good scorer. But Allen has really helped their team. He's a willing passer. He defends. He really gets the ball where it needs to go. But for us, we're confident that we could still be a good team. It's just going to take some time to put it together.
You faced some good players this year, like Trendon Watford and Brian Fobbs. Do you think your 7 is the best guy you've seen all year in terms of opposition?
Certainly, from an inside perspective, he's the best guy that we've played against, without a doubt. He's got the ability. He didn't shoot many jump shots tonight. I know that he made the one on the underneath out of bounds, where he kind of cut to the ball. But when you have the ability to shoot the mid-range shot, and I'm pretty sure he can probably shoot threes too. I think he did some at his other school. But they've done a really good job of narrowing his focus, and he's right around the rim, and he can turn around and shoot over you because he's so big, and you can't really impact his shot. So it's kind of a make or miss kind of thing. And so our goal was to try to get him away as far as we could, just to lower the percentages, honestly. But yeah, to answer your question, he's definitely the best big we've played against.
A big piece of your lineup is Rogers. You didn't have him today. Talk about what he means to your program.
Yeah, Darnell's great. He means a lot to our program. He's a competitor. He's got a big heart. He comes from a great family. Obviously, his father was an awesome player as well at GW. We've missed him, since Jamaica. He hasn't played since then. And now that we have RJ back, I think if we can get, him back pretty soon, that'll really help our team because he really pushes the ball. He's a difference maker in terms of getting into the open court, how we want to play, really fast. And then the second thing that he really brings is he can shoot. I think he had 7 threes in one of our games earlier in the season. And as much as we like to drive and kick it out, we need another guy out there that can knock it home like he can.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.